Recently, I discovered an interview with Chris Avellone in an article by 80 Level. This was back in December, and I completely missed this. So 1, I apologize for that, and 2, it made me wonder what else I may have missed over the last several months. And I have found a couple of things that are very interesting. Hello Crows and Non-Crows alike, my name is Joe Mac, otherwise known as Support Crow, and today I've got 2 articles that mention the Republic Games project that I want to share with you. Both of these articles cover the games Chris has worked on in the past and what his insights are on narrative design. As a game design student myself that wants to have a focus on narrative design, both articles were a fantastic read. And both are linked in the description if you would like to give them a read yourself, which I greatly recommend, by the way, even if you're not a game student. And while both of these articles are a gold mine of advice and insight, in this video we are just going to focus on the clues we have here for the dark fantasy game. The first article is Chris Avellone on writing and making game stories engaging from 80 Level, written by Ati Segrev, published in February of this year. For a brief moment, Chris says, "I'm currently working on 4 projects, but the main project is a fantasy RPG, working with Adam Williams at Republic Games. I'm enjoying it more than I think I've ever enjoyed working on a project." This is incredibly high praise considering not only the amount of projects he's worked on, but also the titles those projects consist of. Fallout New Vegas, Divinity Original Sin 2, Jedi Fallen Order, KOTOR 2, just to name a few. There's a good chance that this could have just been hyperbole, but if this project makes him that excited, then that just makes me even more intrigued. The second article is Players Are Selfish. Fallout 2's Chris Avellone describes his game design philosophy from Ars Technica, written by Alan Bradley, published in December of 2025. In this article, we actually get a very brief description of what this Dark Fantasy Republic Games project consists of. It reads, Avellone carries that philosophy forward into his current project. He recently signed on to help develop the inaugural project at Republic Games, the studio founded by video game writer Adam Williams, formerly of Quantic Dream. The studio is developing a dystopian fantasy game that revolves around a scrappy rebellion fighting to overthrow brutal, tyrannical oppression. 1, this is huge. This is the first time we have heard anything about the actual story of this game. And 2, where is this coming from? Who confirmed this? I'm assuming by association Chris has provided this detail, but that is not confirmed in the article. So the water is a little muddy here. What we do have from Chris is the following quote right after this that says, "Some discussions at Republic Games have fallen back on old RPG designs in the past," he teased, as some older designs seemed relevant examples for how to solve a potential arc and direction in the game. But I'll share that story after the game comes out. I'm curious about what RPG designs he's talking about and how they apply to this new game. It's all a little vague. Still though, this is fantastic info. We finally have some idea of what the story is going to be like. I've got one last article to show you today. I've already read and seen this some time ago, but I'd like to include it here for additional context and whatnot. Chris Avellone joins Republic Games to work on Dark Fantasy RPG from WCCF Tech back in June of 2025. I've got a quote here from Adam Williams about bringing Chris into the team. Chris has written and created and designed for some of the greatest RPGs of all time. He's a master of interactive storytelling. On our list of people to work with, he was at the top. Chris was at the forefront of the golden age of RPGs. We are creating a dark fantasy story with immersive gameplay and a rich interactive narrative which aims to recapture that magic and take it to the next level. Everybody at the studio is very excited. We're building a dream team. And then there is a statement from Chris himself about joining the team. When Adam shared his vision and design for the upcoming title, I asked if I could collaborate, and Adam was more than willing to bring me on board as part of the team. I love the design principles he's outlining for the game, and even better, I love the narrative construction he's implementing as well. To be a part of it on the ground floor is pretty amazing, and it's a rare opportunity in the industry. So what do we have from all of this? We have a dark fantasy story with immersive gameplay and rich interactive narrative. A narrative construction that inspires who Adam has called a master of interactive storytelling. Set in a dystopian fantasy setting where you lead a rebellion against a tyrannical oppression. A video game project that is shaping to be the favorite of Chris Avellone. Man, I need to see this game in action as soon as possible. Maybe we will see something this summer? A crow can dream? If so, that would be fantastic. If not, that is okay. Let them cook. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Does this get you any more excited for what's coming? Does this make you any more intrigued about what they're building? Let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Shout out to the main channel members Solitary Warcry and J Blastoise. Your support keeps me going. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this. Until next time, as always, be safe, be well, be kind. Bye-bye.